Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you all for all the kind words addressed to me. I'm sorry, I'm like a little bit tired. I couldn't sleep last night from all the stress. Like all the hate generated towards me. I slept really bad last night. Yeah, I just couldn't sleep from like all the people hating and stuff. It's been a rough night. Anyways, I gotta thank all of you for all the kind words, all the insults and like hate addressed to me for something as basic as opening boxes on stream, which is basically something that I've done numerous times in the past and all your other community contributors have done in the past. And now all of a sudden should I say, a part of the community decided to have a spine and be against it, which is great, by the way. Good job, finally, the World of Tanks community standing up for the milking of the players. The only problem is this hate is not directed towards it shouldn't really be directed towards anybody because hate is not good, right? It's just not really directed right. If you guys want to hate somebody, boycott. Well, you shouldn't hate. If you guys want to make a change, just boycott by night. Blah blah blah. I'm tired. Boycott by not buying any boxes. That is the best way and the best method that you can make a difference. Don't buy boxes and they will stop selling them, right? Regarding the Reddit thread where somebody is saying that I said people are mad at the boxes because they're too poor to buy them. Well, obviously, some of you understand, some of you don't. That is entirely taken out of context, right? Because I have said people are angry with the boxes because they are very expensive this year, right? Think about it logically. We've been having boxes for years. Has anybody complained that they don't want to buy boxes? No. Everybody has bought boxes mindlessly up until this point, especially the Christmas boxes, which in turn were decent value for anybody like buying boxes, right? Everybody has bought boxes and everybody has participated in auctions and black markets and so on. Basically fueling up Wargaming's business model of always milking more and more and more and more. Well, what do you think when somebody is selling you a product and they see that you're just buying everything without thinking every single time? What do you think they're going to do? They're obviously going to want to sell you more, so it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, right? So, of course, like I've said, you guys buying boxes and supporting this questionable business model all these years simply just led to these type of boxes, which are terrible, by the way. I've said that numerous times. They are terrible boxes, but this is what it's led to, right? And the part where I said that people are angry because they can't afford it, I didn't mean it that I'm calling anybody poor. God forbid. I didn't have money for most of my life, so I would never, ever, ever call anybody poor, Like I said, I didn't have money for most of my life. Thank God that I started streaming, because without streaming, I would still not have any money. People had absolutely no problem buying boxes when they could buy like 50 euro, 100 euros and get all the tanks, right? No problem.
Welcome.
Credit card, instantly. Boxes bought.
Hello, how it's going?
But as soon as you have to in order to get all the content available for 500 euros, 1,000 euros, a problem emerges, right? So you see my point? People are not mad because of the boxes. They're just mad because they're so expensive, because otherwise they would buy them straight away. And somehow the audacity to put the blame on me because I'm promoting boxes or whatever. I'm simply doing whatever I'm doing all the time. I'm putting content out there. I'm doing tank reviews. so people know if the tanks are good or bad. Yada yada, right? The audacity to like blame me when you've been fueling this questionable business model for years and years on end. And now the boxes are just too expensive that even the people who normally buy boxes don't want to buy them because they're too expensive. Well, my friends, it's not my fault, you know. I'm just doing my work as I've always been doing. Your hate is towards me just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Maybe you should look in the mirror and ask yourself, why did I bought boxes all those years and kept, kept like making them like sell us more and more stuff up until this point. Yeah, because I think you guys are not like mad at me in the end. You're just mad you like spend all this money all these years and now you have to spend more. Yeah. So your hate towards me is not exactly like, I mean, you can hate me all you want to, I don't really care, you know. You know the saying, sticks and stones. I got thick skin. I've been called like much, much worse, you know, I'm Romanian. And most people hate Romanians, so God knows, like, this is nothing to me, but all this like useless drama when you guys could just simply not buy boxes, you know, the easiest way to boycott the shitty business model, right? All this useless drama and attention directed towards me, which, by the way, thank you, you know. My YouTube channel has never had these many comments before, so. But yeah, I believe I've been nice, I've been civil, I did not insult anybody, even though you guys like have thrown a lot of like shit at me. It's okay, everybody has their own opinion. I respect that, even though you guys can't respect mine. And the fact that I need to put out content because everybody has bills to pay, right? And another thing, since you guys are saying why I'm not like joining the other CCs into boycotting and whatnot, I'll just let you guys like think about this for a second. What do you think generates more interest and more curiosity about boxes? Me, that I'm just like putting out videos like I'm doing all the time, and like people don't usually like mind me or whatever, even though now I've attracted some attention, or people being, I don't know, people not wanting to like check out the new content, you know, saying that the boxes are terrible and this content is terrible and we should never play these boxes. What do you think generates more attention and more curiosity about the boxes? Me, who I'm just like putting out content like regularly, or somebody who starts with a drama video that they're not gonna, you know, check out the content and the boxes because they're terrible? I'll let you guys think about that. Yeah, I will let you think about that, like what generates more interest in the boxes. And in the end, like what the CCs do or not do, everybody's free to do whatever, right? Like I respect all the other CCs. I respect everybody's opinion. Everybody's free to do whatever they want, right? Same like me, I'm free to do whatever I want to, as long as I'm not offending anybody else, right? It's called freedom, I believe. I'm free to do whatever I want to. If I want to like open boxes or play the new tanks, that shouldn't be anybody's problem, right? So I'll let you guys think about that for a second before you direct, you know, this. It's good that you guys are passionate, you know, like all this rage. It's good that you guys are passionate. That's great. World of Tanks needs that after all these years. It's great you got the energy to be this passionate, but all the mindless rage and insults for no reason, you can put it into constructive criticism. You could go Wargaming Discord, send a ticket. Hello. We don't like these boxes. We're not gonna buy these boxes. We don't like this business model. Instead, let's throw stones at the dude that's been doing this like all these years, and all of a sudden he's public enemy number one because a part of the community decided to. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for now. I gave you some food for thought. You have given me a lot of food for thought. That's just my take on the boxes, my opinion. And again, for the people who haven't understood, these boxes are absolutely horrible. All the boxes have been absolutely horrible because, you know, it's luck-based content. It would be much better if, you know, Wargaming would offer all the tanks and all the content for a fixed price so anybody can decide what they want and what they don't want, right? Again, I condone these boxes. They are terrible, and you should not be supporting this kind of business model. That doesn't mean that I can't play the content on stream, right? We haven't had any content in many months. Like, there's just nothing else to play. The game is stale. We're just playing the new content, right? I despise the new boxes. Of course I do. I don't agree with them. But this is just a direct consequence of people supporting this questionable business model all these years. Right? First it was bundles, then OP tanks, now boxes. So if you really want to boycott somebody, then just simply don't buy boxes. It's that simple, you know? They're gonna see their statistics and say, hey, people really didn't like these boxes. Maybe we should stop doing them. The community is upset. Simple. There's no need to hate me or like your fellow CC or whatever. Simply don't buy them, okay? And on that, thank you very much. Sanantati no Maibini. Good health to everybody. I think that was pretty good, right? Thank you very much.